If you love spending quality time with your loved ones like I do, then Tahajjud is an opportunity you need to exploit. It's quality time with Allah, who you definitely love and who loves you back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this episode, we're going to explore how we can ease into being able to perform Tahajjud, what are the misconceptions we could have about Tahajjud, and how we can become more practicing and connect to Allah at this beautiful time that He has set for us. How comes I don't feel the need to pray Tahajjud? The best way I can answer that is, if you do not feel the need to pray Tahajjud, then you have a reliance on something other than Allah. Or, you basically have a reliance on something other than Allah. And I think that it might be disappointing you, or it might be not being able to fulfill the needs you have. So, Tahajjud is a time when Allah is available to His servant, a time that a servant owes to utilize and experience the comfort that comes with being able to express to Allah about what is going on for us, about the happiness we've had during the day, about the stress we have had during the day. So, if you have someone else that is taking up this, and they are not showing up for you in the way you need, then you might need to change and try Tahajjud and try Allah, because countless times we have human beings as these sources of where we go to share our experiences in hope that they'll fulfill this need, that they'll fulfill the need for quality time. And a human being has their own other obligations to attend to. So Allah is the one who has the full attention for you. So if you have another outlet, you need to try Tahajjud and compare the two. And then after experiencing Tahajjud, you'll be able to step out and compare the two and see which one you're going to go for. And I kid you not, I'm so sure, I don't even need convincing from you. I'm definitely sure you're going to opt for Tahajjud. People use it as a prayer where they go to ask Allah for something. And for me, in my own perception of things, this is not an Islamic teaching, but in my own perception of things, Tahajjud does not have to be a transaction where Allah is giving you and you are taking from Allah. Like, I go to ask, I need money, I go to Tahajjud. I need a job, I go to Tahajjud. I need this, I go to Tahajjud. Tahajjud can also be just going to sit or to pray, to say thank you to Allah, to show gratitude to Allah for all the bounties He has given you, for all the good things that you have been able to experience. And the verse where Allah says that if you thank me, I'll increase you, it comes so effortlessly to a thankful slave that Allah so willingly gives this slave, so effortlessly gives this slave more, because if someone is always grateful to you, why not give them more? Because it's like a form of reward for this servant who comes to say thank you. So Tahajjud does not really have to be, I need to ask, like, you don't need to have a Tahajjud list that Allah needs to fulfill these things for me in order to be happy. Allah has fulfilled so much for you previously that you ought to be grateful for. So why not schedule out a Tahajjud this week just to say thank you to Allah? Stand in that Tahajjud or in that prayer, saying thank you, being grateful, pondering on the blessings of Allah. And you could recite Surah Ar-Rahman or the surah that talks about Allah being able to increase the one who thanks Him. So for me, I do not love the aspect where people say you go to Tahajjud to ask. It's very good to ask and rely on Allah. But if Tahajjud is always about asking, then when do you say thank you to Allah? What if a slave woke up in the middle of the night to say thank you? How beautiful is that? To be able to have a Tahajjud allocated for the sense of gratitude to Allah. I think it's more beautiful than having a list of things that Allah has to give you, or Allah hasn't yet given you, that you're waiting for to be able to feel comfortable. Allah is, He deserves hamd. He is He's the one worthy of all this praise and gratitude. So dedicate a Tahajjud just to say thank you. The thing I want to talk about is Tahajjud and sleep quality. If you feel all these emotions towards Tahajjud, but you're not understanding why you are not able to wake up easily for Tahajjud, then there might be a problem with your sleep routine. It might be inconsistent in nature, that your body always feels so exhausted and unable to wake up for Tahajjud. So Tahajjud requires preparation, it requires discipline, it requires you to have a good sleep schedule. If your body has had good rest, let's say you need 8 hours of sleep. So if you've been going to sleep at 9 and you wake up at 5 and you're able to pray from 5 to 5:30, that's still a Tahajjud gap, because Tahajjud is the time. The best time is the last third of the night. So if you're able to pray at 5, you're praying Tahajjud, but you can only be able to wake up at that time if you slept early enough. So if you've been having a good sleep schedule for, like, let's say 5 days in a row, if you wake up your body, or if you wake up like on the 6th day, Tahajjud is so easy at that time. But if you sleep at 3 a.m. and then you expect your body to be awake within 2 hours, it's going to be so difficult for you. So for me, the beauty I find in Tahajjud is the fact that it creates a sense of discipline. If you want to be in the presence of Allah at this time, you ought to let go of some things of the dunya. Let's say you ought to let go of the distractions you have on your phone or any other things that take up your mind, and say, this time is for my sleep so that I can wake up for Tahajjud. So Tahajjud takes discipline, it takes dedication, it takes a slave who understands Allah entrusted this body, yeah, and I need to take care of this body and rest it enough so that I can stand up in Tahajjud and give back to Allah. There's a saying that you cannot give from an empty place. So if your sleep is lacking, then how are you expecting yourself to be able to wake up for Tahajjud? But if your sleep is so nourished, it's so full, I would say, if you are consistent with good sleep, with a good sleep schedule, you are definitely going to find it easy to wake up for Tahajjud. But if you have these distractions that keep on keeping you awake till random times of the night, then you cannot really wake up for Tahajjud as easily. Now, someone is going to say, no, I have these distractions, what should I do about them? That is the point I'm actually coming to. Now, the distractions have to be, assess the distractions. You could be staying up late to understand a certain concept, or you're addicted to something you're watching on your phone or on your laptop, whatever it is. So that should not be something you cut out, like going cold turkey, or being so, should I call it, being so hard on yourself and saying, this has to go out, I have to do without it so that I can wake up for Tahajjud. You have to be compassionate with yourself and acknowledge that there is a need you have, yeah? Now, if there's a need you have, and let's say you're researching on something that you love, I really can't think of something that would be general, but let's say you're researching on health, I would say, and you're hoping to become healthy. Now that is the need that you're going to take into Tahajjud to talk to Allah about. So instead of relying on the phone that has all this information, why don't you rely on Allah, who is an alim, who has all the knowledge that there is in the dunya, and then turn to him in Tahajjud and ask him or express to him about the need to be more healthy. And you realize that whatever was disturbing you and keeping you awake, you're able to, when you shift to reliance on Allah, you're able to let go of it, knowing that you're going to sleep, have enough sleep, and wake up and share your needs and express them to Allah, who is the ultimate solver of problems, or comforter, or healer. And you're able to find solutions to whatever your problems are. So this is just my input. I hope it can help you improve on your quality of, or improve on your ability to wake up for Tahajjud, because Tahajjud is such a blessed time. I hope you're able to implement this. I hope it's of benefit to you, and it's of benefit to your journey to Allah and to finding sweetness in being practicing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu fikum for watching.